This comes from Alua, dearest son. What advice would you give our generation on political participation?
That's a good question, and I'm glad you asked that question. My advice is to involve your children, even the youngest ones that you have. Teach them the effect of politics, and I mean when it comes to voting and what it means to their lives. But you got to demonstrate this. You can't just tell them. You got to demonstrate it. You have to read about the individuals that you getting elected to office and what they do and what they did in the past, not what they say in your presence. And your children, when they get 4, 5 years old, they understand more than you think they do if you involve them. But if you're not truly involved yourself and you don't know who your city councilman, who the judge is, you don't know who the mayor is, you don't know where he come from and what he says, what did he do in the past? You got to sit there and teach your children and then take them to the poll with you. Involve them in politics. And there are certain things on the television, don't let them learn for anyone. You are a younger, intelligent adult. You teach your own child. Make sure he watches the news. And don't let him watch just one news media. Have him do a cross-reference with you. And then you explain where they are feeding you information or adding information instead of giving you facts. You tell them right there and say, see, that's not true. Or they talking about this garbage when they should be talking about your education. So what I'm saying to you is, involve yourself and stay involved. Now, when you get a good job and start making money, and you get your Rolls Royce or your Bentley and your 4,000 square foot house, don't forget about politics. That's how come he gets you down every time. That's how this Nazism come into being, because you drop your guard. You think because you doing fine, everyone else is doing fine. Wrong. Absolutely wrong. Stay in touch with your community and with the country that you live in. Now, let me say this that's very important to you, and you should understand this. Don't let nobody tell you the people in Minnesota, the people in Utah, Idaho, Chicago, Detroit is not important, only where you stay at, in Louisiana, Mississippi, or Alabama. Don't fall for that. That's a political trap. That's just like saying your right hand don't have no influence on your left hand, or your top lip don't have no influence on your bottom lip. Come on now. We are the United States. That's how the power is able to pick you apart. Stay political on that. Don't let nobody give you these liberal titles and these conservative titles. Read behind the line what they saying. We are this and you are not. You are this and we are not. We own this and you don't. This is a red state. We believe this and we don't believe in those people up there in Chicago and New York. Those people are your countrymen. They fought for your liberty. 50 million died. 50 million people all over the world died to put down Nazism. And here we are in this country with people who are still Nazis. And now they are displaying it openly. And just because they're in Chicago or New York or Idaho or Montana, that's part of your family. What if your son or your daughter goes to Montana? Ain't they influenced? You can't take your body and separate your head from it. You can't separate your knees from your lower leg. That's what these other states is to you. They are an intricate part of you. So when you become politically involved, you become politically involved all over the nation, young people. Communicate with each other. Don't get involved in this foolish Facebook stuff, but actually communicate. Talk to each other. Develop a line of communication in every state so you're connected, and that's power. What's your next question?